And welcome to the super fun, awesome, happy time pedal show. My name is Gabor.
Hey, welcome along. I'm Alex. Going to check out the Jaffa today by Tone Cloud Effects.
Big thank you to Ben from Tone Cloud Effects for sending this out to us. So this is an all handmade, all hand wired, all point to point through hole. I might show a picture of the inside of it because it looks quite pretty on the inside too, actually. Sort of very small operation, but cool looking. I like the graphics. I think he's a sign writer.
Oh, yeah?
So I think that's why, he knows graphics. The logo looks good and everything looks good. But yeah, all handmade, cool sounding pedal.
Lovely. We're going to check out the sounds. If you'd like and subscribe, excuse me, subscribe on the channel, give us a thumbs up and ding the notification bell. That'd be awesome.
Yes.
Before we get into the sounds, though, the setup today, if you care about that stuff, is a pedal going to a Mozztronics Amp Switcher, then into a Cherry Tone OTS Mini 20.
Racing Stripe.
And then up there's a 2-notes Torpedo Captor X doing some stereo IRs.
And there's a video for the Captor X there.
For that.
And bonjour Guillaume and Jason. So the Jaffa, it's somewhat based on a Fuzz Face circuit, but I think he's modified it quite a bit because he's got extra gain stages in it.
Yeah.
It's an all silicon based fuzz, but it's kind of like a fuzz and overdrive kind of in one. Now, you have two knobs, one called gain and one called fuzz. You have a little switch called Q and another little switch called cut. Now, basically what it does with the Q switch, depending on which way it looks, basically, right, you can kind of think of it as a pre and a post. You've got the two gain stages. You've got a kind of more overdrivey and a more fuzzy gain stage.
Yep.
Now, if it faces this way, this kind of becomes the gain and that almost becomes the volume. That's like a pre and a post. If it faces this way, it's the other way around, pre and post. The cut is kind of like a mid kind of shape somewhat and low end kind of, you'll hear it. It's sort of an EQ cut, basically. And the dog is out of here. So do you want to start?
Sure.
Okay.
Cut off everything at 12 o'clock.
Everything at 12 o'clock, and at the moment, yeah, so we go Q to the left, but I think everything at 12 o'clock, it doesn't necessarily make a huge difference, but we'll find out. So this is what it sounds like clean. And the reverb you're hearing comes from the Captor, and I'll just turn the delay off, but if we have some delay, there's a Ibanez 8150 that I've got control over. Okay, so let's see. Everything at 12 o'clock, Q to the left, cut down.
Okay.
So at the moment,
Yep.
that's kind of the fuzz, gain fuzz control, and that's kind of become a volume control basically for it. So if I turn that down, there goes the volume. So now that I switched it, it's kind of more overdrivey. Before it was more fuzzy, now it's a bit more overdrivey. So now that's kind of become the master volume, and that's become the pre-amp gain or pre-gain stage gain. Well, that's become the gain. Okay, and that's become the master volume now.
cut switch.
The cut switch is great. So it kind of adds brightness, and it kind of works with the mids a bit, and it kind of adds, depending on where you have it. I think it doesn't add bottom end, but because you cut the mids and the highs on the other side, it feels like it adds bottom end.
Yes.
So yeah. But yeah, it's quite it's a cool sounding pedal.
Yeah.
And you can really kind of, depending on where you have the cue and where you have the cut, you can really make it kind of more fuzzy, less fuzzy, more overdrivey, less overdrivey. Okay, I'm gonna now with the cut up. I'm gonna just flick between cue left and right and just get a few different sounds. On that guitar, I like the more drivey side almost better than the fuzz.
Yeah.
It has just, it really fattens that up, you know, which is a relatively thin guitar, you know, T-style thing. All right, Fano Omnis MG6. That's the total opposite. That's a super fat, really mid-forward, high output P90s kind of guitar, which sounds like this. It's cool. It's super fat and just
super rad.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
Let's now try it
sick.
with the thinnest of all guitars, the barely on guitar. That actually just that sounded really cool just then. There's the Jaffa melt setting.
Is that like that way?
Okay, Jaffa melt. Q switch onto the gain side. Oh, I think that's where it was. We had that going before without really knowing about it. Max out the fuzz.
Okay.
And then put the gain roughly where you want it to be. That sounds really cool. I think for that guitar on the fuzz setting, with actually the fuzz being like it's a volume boost as well for the amp,
and it does clean up really well, as you heard.
Yeah. Let's go to fuzz set. All right.
Here we go with your authentic Greco.
Humbuckers, authentic Greco 1978, Greco possibly EG500. There's a video for that here, how I put it all together with some fantastic Fishman Fluence classic humbuckers in it. And they clean sound like this. It's like
it's a mad delay going on.
There's some overtones there too. There's some almost like octavey fuzz kind of overtones. Leave it there, like super blown out. That's cool. It's super responsive to the volume control. It's super fat.
Yeah, kind of all that quality on the inside comes through in the feel and how it reacts on your hands.
Absolutely. Should we very quickly run it into a dirty amp?
What?
Like a lot of fuzzes, you run them into a dirty amp.
Sure.
Let's run into a dirty amp. All right, we're now going into the dirty channel of the Racing Stripe Cherry Tone down here. And with a very weak guitar, it sounds like this. That sounds great. Okay, hang on, let's just
Second.
fuzz to the fuzz side as well.
Yeah, it's crazy blown out.
But it's cool. It sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, humbuckers, same thing. So this is just humbuckers going straight into the amp, into the dirty. Sounds really cool. That's a rock sound if there's ever a rock sound. Delay. It's a cool pedal. It's a really, I mean, as far as fuzzes go,
Yep.
just making a statement here, and this is not because Ben sent this to us, and because he's a local small builder, but as far as fuzzes go, this would have to be one of the best sounding fuzzes I've ever played.
I was going to say the same thing.
It's a killer sounding fuzz.
Your favourite fuzz?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Awesome sounding fuzz.
Comments below. Do you dig it?
Yeah, and just having those two drive gain stages. Because, I mean, the thing is with a fuzz, and especially that sort of fuzz face kind of vibe, it usually sounds better running it into an overdrive kind of, or into like a driven amp kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's in one.
Oh, isn't that convenient?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it is absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
You know, I reckon who would love this fuzz?
RJ
would love that.
Yeah.
That's right down RJ's.
I was just watching his video the other day with the pedal board setup, the rig rundown.
Yeah.
And it has a whole like separate fuzz board, and one of the loops is actually a fuzz into an overdrive pedal, like a Marshall box thing.
Well, that's what I mean. I
right.
really think this is right down the kind of thing that RJ would like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we might send it to him. You never know.
Sure.
No. See what happens. So big thank you to Ben for sending this out to us. I'll put all the links to him below. So there's you can find more about him down below. Found out more about him down below. He is a very small, all one man, it says it even on here. Jaffas are handmade in Australia from a small apartment in Elwood, and every pedal is biased and tested before shipping. So he's a very small maker, but killer, absolutely killer stuff. Make sure to check his stuff out.
Yep.
And there'll be more videos with that. I reckon we should do a couple of shootouts with other fuzzes. Cool. But yeah, 2 big thumbs up from us, I think.
Thanks for hanging. There's links below to Instagram, Facebook, and a podcast. Check them out if you've got some time. They'd be great.
Yes, please.
And thanks for hanging. I'll see you soon.